Hello everybody, welcome to an editorial on the Bad Little Playhouse. Currently what's going on is in the United States, shall we say, they're a little upset that their tourism numbers, all indications that they're going to be down for the year of 2025. They had a record year last year, good on them. Everything was going splendid, spectacular. This year was supposed to be the best year ever. It's turning out to be around, forecast to be somewhere around COVID levels, if not worse. Everybody else in the global village is a little upset with them. So as a consequence, people have decided for one reason or another not to go to the States. Just from the Canadian perspective, a lot of things have happened since the new administration took hold of office in January. There's been some things said and done that really didn't go over well. And, one of the things that they're pointing at is mostly it's an economic issue, such as the tariffs and, the strong American dollar, and that's keeping people away. I think what they're downplaying, and a lot of the U.S. media is absolutely missing the mark on this, is the whole concept of the U.S. Annexing Canada as the 51st state. A lot of people don't think that is appropriate. It's not a joke. It's not funny. Then there's some other things that have been said characterizing Canadians as a whole, and it's just not gone over well. There have been a lot of calls in the tourist industry, in tourism in different states. They've noticed a drop in Canadian visitors, and they're like looking at the bottom line of things and how are we going to fix this? Okay, let's put it all in like a retail perspective, just so we can understand this, or I can understand it a little bit better. So let's say, for example, you work in a store, and the manager comes on the intercom and says, and I'm going to just give this as an example, comes on to the intercom and says, attention Canadian customers, you're all nasty people, you've been ripping my store off for years, and we don't need anything from you, so to hell with you, and I'm working on a way that I can go repossess your home. I'm going to bankrupt you and repossess your homes. And doesn't even say thank you, just hangs up. So now you've got people like management of different departments within this bigger store seeing that their department, the sales in their department start to fall from this particular demographic. And not only that, their bonuses are going to be affected by this, and they may have to cut hours and actually cut staff from their departments because there's the lowered income, there's less, their margins are shrinking. You can't even get people inside your own store. If they buy stuff in your department, is not going to make up enough to offset whatever. As a manager, you're trying to alleviate this situation. Your manager does not like the Canadian people who shop at your store, but you're going to suffer and your department's going to suffer. Essentially what they've done, or what they did recently, is that a delegation of senators from the States came up to Canada to try to say, hey, we really miss you, and we want Canadian tourists back, and we love you guys. But I think it's still a little bit tone deaf. Particularly ridiculous was the commentary by the senator from North Dakota, who characterized the whole situation as a bump in the road.
And there's no way, in my view, that any temporary bump in the road can become a permanent bump in the road.
It's actually a little bit more severe than that in terms of from the Canadian perspective. It's more like you're driving down the road doing about $1.10, you hit a pothole, you get a flat tire, you bust the front of your car. Chances are pretty good that A, you're going to lose a lot of money, and B, you're not going to go down that road until it gets fixed. And when he said that bump on the road, I think when he said that, the collective response from the Canadians was basically,
You believe this motherfucking shit?
I'm not sure what that delegation sort of thought they were going to accomplish. But, you know, they're going to do another trip. Apparently they're going to go down and meet. Canadians are going to go to Boston and talk about the issues there. Again, without a formal sort of backtracking on all this 51 annexation talk, nothing's going to change. Simply having business meetings, and you know, the only thing, I hope the Canadians get a nice lunch out of it, have some you know, delightful clam chowder. Make sure they pronounce it right, because you know what happens if you don't pronounce it right.
That's chowder! Chowder! I'll kill you! I'll kill all of you!
And you know, they're going to just come back and it's going to be status quo. It's a rough situation, and you know, we just have to make the best of it. As you can see, my famous Las Vegas hat. I've worn this for years, cherished hat. It's the cherished 51st hat that I own. I'm going to just take that off, and from now on, it's Australia all the way, baby. Our good friends down under. One of these days, I'm going to make it down there. Don't know when. Have me a real live Foster's and shrimp on the Barbie and all that kind of stuff. That's, you know, stereotypical, and I apologize because Australia looks like a great place to visit. So anyway, have fun, and remember, good day.